Well, that is on for it.
You. You're up, baby.
So we're happy to have all here. And as I heard her saying that greeting would take all of 5 minutes. And it was short. But let me say this. We're here and we're happy that we are here. And I'm going to say this. It is times like these when it is most important for us to still carry on. Here's why I'm saying what I'm saying. And I wish Betty and Leanne was here. I'm on just what she asked last night, and that was a good question. She asked a really good question last night about everywhere we turn and go, somebody can say that you shouldn't be doing this, or you shouldn't be doing that, or you shouldn't have been there. And what will the world think when it gets out that they saw you there? And the world's the world, right? The world's the world. I saw Daryl here, and I saw him there, and I saw this, and I saw that. And what was he thinking? What was he thinking? And I'm going to read something. And it says in Romans 6:14, and here's how that reads. It says, for sin shall not have a dominion over you. For you are not under the law, but you are under grace. And here's where I'm going with that, because there are some folks who say that means we can do anything we want to. That's not what that's saying. That's not what that's saying. Here's what that's saying, and here's how I see that verse. Hey, this. It's not where I'm at. It's who I am led by. And it is what I am doing while I'm there. If I am led by Christ, it does not matter where I'm at. If I am there because Christ has sent me there, it does not matter. But I hear folks will say, well, Daryl, the Lord won't send you there. It doesn't say in here, the Lord sent you there. Let me read something. Let me tell you what the Lord said. In the book of Matthew 28:16. Here's what the Lord said. In Matthew 8:16, he says, I want to make sure I have this right. Okay, I will skip down to 19. He says, hey, go therefore and make disciples of all the nations, baptizing them in the name of the Father, of the Son, and of the Holy Spirit. We are to go forth him to all the world and make disciples for Christ. Now let me say this. If we don't go unto all the world, and he said for us to, right? how can we make a disciple of folks? Here's my point, and here's what I'm on this morning. It does not matter where you find yourself, you can still be a witness for Christ. And if we don't go unto all the world, how can they be reached? And here's what Satan, now I'm not saying the guy who said that is a bad person here at all. But here's where I'm going. As we speak and as we teach and as we preach, and I found myself there myself. So we are to watch what we say and how we say it. And here's why we are to watch what we say and when we say it. There's always extenuating circumstances. And as text read, the Word of God is alive and well. What does that mean? I may be headed to Paducah this morning. And he may say, Daryl, you turn and you go to Benjamin. If that's where he wants me to go, I am to go down there. But how about if somebody said we have a pact, we had agreed that Daryl was going to go to Paducah, and we found him in Benjamin. He broke the law. He did something he wasn't supposed to do. But I went where the Lord sent me. I'm doing what the Lord has asked of me. If I go where he sends me, and if I'm doing what the Lord has asked of me, and let me say this, if I go somewhere, and if I see somebody who's doing something wrong, that doesn't mean I have to be doing the same thing that they're doing. I am there to say, that's wrong. Here's what the Lord says. Here's what you should be doing. But if there's not someone there who's to teach and to preach, how will they hear the word? And here's where I'm going next. This is what Satan wants us to do. I can't go here because they're going to see me. I can't go there because when they're going to see me. I can't do this because somebody will tell. I can't go here because somebody's going to do this. Because sin is around you. That does not mean we have to partake. Here's where I'm going next. What Paul said was what? I made myself like them so that I could win some. I made myself like them so that I could win some. Let me turn it down. Here's my point. Even if you should find yourself in a situation in some places, some folks might say, it's my religion that I have a drink before this or that, or I do this. And there are some folks who will not receive you if they don't see you as being one of them. Paul said, I made myself like them to win some. Here's where I'm going next. If the Lord asks something of me, I'm going to do it. Why am I going to do it? Because he's asked a whole lot of things of me that I didn't understand, that didn't make sense. Hey, right now, I'm doing some things that don't make sense. Go up there and preach. Lord, I can't preach because I stutter. It don't make sense. How can I go up there and preach when I stutter? Often it's not going to make sense to us. It's just not. I met somebody this week, and we had a short talk, and I laughed. He spoke about when we were in high school, and he told me about it. Aaron Chris. Man, that guy, that guy was like this, and he was going on, and he was talking, and I was listening to him. And he was going on, and he was talking about me. Here's my point. That's how the Lord works. There are things in us that's not meant for us to see. That's how the Lord will use each one of us. Don't worry about your own insecurities. Don't worry about what you see or what you believe. If you're sent by him, then what's going to happen? The world will see what the Lord is wanting us to see. That's what's important. It's not what I think. It's not what Hex thinks, or what Cheryl might think. Cheryl, she made a point back there. How about the things we see and we know, but we just refuse to accept? How about those things? That's what happens to a whole lot of time. Lord, I can't do it, Lord. I can't go. I was out here and I had to. Here's what a whole lot of you guys here don't know. I can take the vacuum cleaner, and I know some folks will think, why does he vacuum all the time? The noise from the vacuum takes me to a place to where thinking about the Lord. So I can take that vacuum, and it's really neat when nobody's here. It's really neat when nobody's here. Me and that vacuum, I can go all over the church. I can go here and there. But while I'm vacuuming, I'm hearing from him. Now, I was asked yesterday by somebody, she didn't mean any harm. She said, are you the official vacuum? I said, yes. And I laughed. Here's why I laughed. Whatever the Lord has asked of you, whatever the Lord has said for you to go, you go do it. Don't worry about what folks may think. What is he doing? It's crazy. Why did he do that? But you know what's funny? Nobody knows what's going on with me in that vacuum. But here's what's funny, guys. It's not between me and anybody else. That's between me and the Lord. Because when I stand before him, who will that be between? Me and the Lord. The only person that is going to matter to is me and the Lord. It's nobody else's business. Why is that so important? The world is not going to understand. No matter what you do and how you do it, I got news for you. Somebody's going to question. Somebody's going to want to know why. I don't understand this. Why didn't you do it like this? Why didn't you do it like this? They can't see what the Lord has asked of you. They can't see what the Lord has placed upon your heart. And here's what's really important. Now I think it's neat. They don't know what the Lord has planned for you. Nor do they know what the Lord is saying to you. But I want to say this. When you stand before him, is he going to be concerned what Jim said or Jack or Sue or Fred? He's going to say, Daryl, here's what I asked of you. Here's where I sent you. This is what I said for you to do. I said for you to go so-and-so. I said you to stay for so long and do X number of things. Did you do them? Were you led by me? Did you follow me? Did you live for me? What did you do for me? Did you do what I asked of you? Here's where I'm going. Folks will question everything you do. I'm going somewhere next. Forget about your insecurities. It was funny when that guy was talking about me. That ain't who I was. Here's what I was doing. But here's my point. Isn't it wonderful, though? The Lord has a plan. He's going to show the world what he wants the world to see. Once you speak, once you teach, once you share your witness, the Lord is speaking through you. He's going to speak for you. They will hear what the Lord wants them to hear if you'll just open up your mouth and share. But here's what we cannot be concerned with. As folks say, I saw you here. I saw you there. Here's what I have one. The Lord said for us, hey, to go ye therefore unto all the world and make disciples of all the world. If we don't go, how can we make disciples of all the world? But he also says, while we're there, to be as wise as snakes and harmless as doves. In other words, he's saying, be led by me. I'm there as well. I'm in all of those places. My word is sharper than what? And than anything else in the world. And here's what I like about what he said. My word is alive and well. I will be there with you. I will give you what you need to say. I will be there. I will show you the way. I'm there with you. You're not there by yourself, so don't feel like I'm alone. And as folks ask you, why were you there? Why were you if you're led by him, if you're saved, if you are a Christian, why were you there? I'm led by Christ. I was sent by Christ. I'm going to do what he told me to do. The reason you don't understand, because he was talking to me and he wasn't to you. You're not supposed to understand. Me in that vacuum. That vacuum is tired of me. He said, I wish he'd go somewhere else and do something else. You know what my plan is? To wear that vacuum out. Make the church buy me a brand new vacuum. How about that? That's terrible. No, it's not terrible. Because there's something going on. There's something going on between me and that vacuum. As I vacuum, I hear from the Lord. It's like, hey, this Bible, I have a brand new one here at the house. I ordered it, but I can't put this one down. I remember when I got to this Bible, I was going to keep it. I wanted it to last forever. I've had it for over 10 years, but somewhere as time went by, as I read, it started to crack and break down. Now what my goal is to wear it slap out. What happened from wanting to save it and take it and preserve it to wanting to just wear it slap out? God, he got a hold of me as I used it. See, that's what he'll do. He's alive and well. Hey, today he's saying this. Tomorrow he's saying that. He's giving you instructions along the way, and I got to hurry up so he can speak. But here's my point. You be led by Christ. You do what he's asking of you. I saw a time he told me to hold that door, and I held it. I held the door well. I wanted to stay back there, holding the door. But now he says, no, Daryl, you don't get to hold the door anymore. I want you to go to the preach. Lord, hey, that's scary. That's hard. It's not about you. Because you aren't going to do it. Hey, I am. So don't be concerned with what the world says. Now, am I saying just go and ignore what everybody's saying? Hey, discernment, no. But here's what I'm saying. If the Lord has put something on your heart, he's giving you instructions to do something, that's what you go do. Why? Because my grandmother, she made it clear. If you don't do it, I'm going to spank you. And the Lord as well, he's made it clear. If you don't do what I've asked of you, once this is over, you're going to get a spanking that's going to last forever. If you're not led by me, if you don't accept me, if you don't follow me, then you're going to hell. Y'all, I'm too old for a spanking. I know how it feels. But here's one that will last forever. Here's one there's no getting away from. That tree is gone, but in my mind, I know how it feels to be spanked. And I'm glad I got, those spankings, because I understand I'm led by the Lord. I'm going to do what Christ has asked of me. If I do those things, even when people don't understand, when there's 5 that says it's okay, when there's 4 that says it's not, I'm going to turn to Christ, and whatever he says, do it. And when those folks say, well, he turned his back on me, he didn't do what I asked him, Daryl's a troublemaker, we can't trust Daryl. Daryl doesn't care because this world isn't going to last always. And the ones who are saying it's right and it's wrong, I don't have something for them. But the Lord and Satan has something for them. And that's between them. I don't have anything to do with that. Once I stand before him, I'm going to say, Lord, here's what I shared. I shared what you told me to share. Not what I thought, not how I felt, what you told me to share. And after I shared that, Lord, that is between them and you. And that, my friend, is discernment. It's what the Lord has for us. It's what the Lord has placed inside your heart, hey, to share with the world. It doesn't matter what I think or how I feel or what I have at stake. Here's what's at stake. What? My salvation. Forever. There isn't anything in this world that's more. My time is running out. I'm going to hurry up. I'm going to close it with this. What's important is that you're led by the Lord. The only thing that's important in this life is your salvation. Why? Because this world isn't going to last always. Here's what discernment means. Be led by Christ at all times and for his good at all times. That's all I have for you guys. Thanks.
y'all are all familiar with these scriptures that I'm gonna read and maybe talk about. Matthew chapter 5, I'm gonna begin in the 38th verse. This, of course, is part of what is known as the Sermon on the Mount. All of it is teaching by Christ himself. You have heard that it has been said, an eye for an eye and a tooth for a tooth. In the culture, in the time of Jesus walking on this earth, if you hurt me, I'm going to hurt you. That was just common, just the way it was. But apparently, Jesus didn't think that was the best thing for us. Because he says, but I say unto you, resist not the evil one, but whosoever shall strike you on your right cheek, turn to him the other also. So now, if you hit me instead of me hitting you back, I turn the other cheek and see if you want to hit it. Is that going to be easy for the human being, for the carnal human being? May not even be easy for the Christian, but it's sure enough not going to be easy for them that haven't been saved yet. If any man will sue you at the law to take away your coat, let him have the cloak also. So if you feel like I've done you wrong and you have to take it to court, and you get something from me, he said, don't regret it, just give them more. Somewhere in this is the teaching that if I will continue to show a Christian attitude, it will get somebody's attention somewhere. Whosoever shall compel you to go 1 mile, go with him 2. Of course, in the time that Jesus was walking on this earth, the Roman soldiers were occupying the land, and the Roman soldiers had the right to ask anyone to carry their equipment, their shield, or whatever they wanted, and to go with them 1 mile down the road. Jesus said, don't fight it. Go with them 2 miles. Show them a Christian attitude. Give to them that ask of you, and from him who would borrow from you, turn not away. It doesn't sound like the world I'm looking at today. So much of the world and I read about it all the time. You've got to save, you've got to save, you've got to gather up this money, all this money you can so you can make it through your retirement. And I'm thinking Jesus said, don't worry about it. If someone needs something, try to meet that need. And if someone asks for something, don't turn them away. In another place, not in this Sermon on the Mount, but in another place in the Bible, it says if someone asks to borrow from you, let them have it, but do it without an expectation that they will ever return it. In other words, give it to them, and if they do return, fine. Then you've got something to pass on to someone else. And if they never return it, don't worry about it. You've heard it has been said, you shall love your neighbor and hate your enemy. That was the way it was done. Even the religious people taught. Those other people that are not Jewish, they're not worth anything, and we won't spend any time trying to help them. They're no good, so we hate them. But I say unto you, love your enemy, bless them that curse you, do good to them that despise, do good to them that hate you, and pray for them that despitefully use you and persecute you. So if you do me wrong, what am I supposed to do about it? I'm supposed to pray about it. I'm supposed to pray for you. Can you imagine how the people that had been taught all their life to hate their enemies are accepting what Jesus is saying? Not any better than we accept it today, and we don't do it enough.
Amen.
Bless them that curse you, do good to them that hate you, pray for them that despitefully use you and persecute you, that you may be the children of your Father, which is in heaven. For he makes the sun to rise on the evil and the good, and sends rain on the just and the unjust. So no matter how you're treated, you're supposed to continue to show love. Am I standing up here to tell you how easy that is? Well, God will help you with it if you're willing.
Amen.
But if you're not willing, you won't get there. If you love them that love you, what reward have you? Do not even the publicans the same? I love y'all, but every one of you profess to love me also. So have I done anything? No. Because when you go out in the world and you meet these people that don't care anything for you, but you still show them love, then you begin to show them the way to salvation. If you salute your brothers only, what do you do more than others? Do not even the publicans the same? Yeah, all y'all my brothers and sisters, and I greet you every time I find you, every time I see you. Although sometimes my vision's not that best, and I may meet you going down the road and not ever realize it. But even sinners, even those who have never accepted Christ, they greet their brothers. They greet their friends. I'm trying to make it a habit to say have a blessed day to everybody I meet. Every day. And I'll admit, it hasn't been, getting in that habit has not been real easy for me. I'm getting closer and closer, but it's something I had never thought of until after I'd been with Val for a while. And it's something that she did. Then when it comes to helping others, the beginning of chapter 6, take heed that you do not your alms before men to be seen of them, otherwise you have no reward of your Father which is in heaven. So if I do something to help somebody, that's well and good. If I do something to help somebody expecting your praise, that's bad. If I do something to help somebody and I come and brag about it so you can praise me for it, that's bad. Much better is if we do anything that we can to help others, but we don't do it with the expectation of our fellow man praising us for it. Therefore, when you do your alms, or when you do something for someone, do not sound a trumpet before you, as the hypocrites do in the synagogues and in the streets, that they may have the glory of men. Verily I say unto you, they have their reward. And the next verse is kind of hard to understand. When you do your alms,